Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Kim Garza and today we will do the unboxing of this Lomography camera called Sprocket Rocket. Lomography released this camera recently, and one of the things that is really special of this camera, or is new, is that they expose also the space between the holes of the 35mm film. So if you are familiar with the 35mm film, you know that the holes of the 35mm lens are not exposed. The only thing that you expose is the space between the film. But in this camera you can actually take panoramic view, and then you will use these holes, and it's kind of artsy. I really like it. So let's open the camera and see what is included. The package is really nice. They have the cameras in different color. This one is kind of like green or mid color. And the design of the package, I really like it. So at the beginning you will see an example of the film exposed, that you can see also the photography are in this hole, so it's a panoramic view. On the back you have in different languages about the camera. Also in the back you have information in here, and well, this is the package. So let's open it. So I guess I open it in here. And I have the cap. The camera. And the information. So we don't need this anymore. So we have in here the instructions. Oh no, it's the warranty. And the only thing that we have here is they show you examples of the photos that you can take with this one. Oh, it's quite nice. Like testimonies of other photographers, which is pretty cool. As you can see, this is black and this is green, so you have a different colors. What else we have here? There is the manual. Okay, so the overview on the technical says that the lens is 30mm lens. Standard image is 72 plus 33mm panoramic, includes the sprocket holes. Frame insert is 72 plus 24mm, and focusing is between 0.6 meters to infinite. Shutter is 1 divided by 100, and bulb. So we have just two types of shutter. That is 1 divided by 100 and bulb. Aperture is 10.8 to 16. Wow, we have a really huge aperture here. So 10.8 to 16. Okay, it's in here. I will show you in a bit. Film stopping mechanism, white dot. Multi-exposure, hell yes. And film 35mm. So we will check this a bit later. And this one is kind of like a small book where you can find a bit more of the camera. Let me show you in a bit. It's quite nice. This is a nice photo. I like it. I like the design, that it's a panoramic design exactly. Like you will have the results, so they show you a little bit of other artists' works, and then you can how you can use this camera. I think it's really nice to have that. Okay, now let's check it. Okay, the cap for the lens is here, which I like it, that is the same color. So we can have it in here. Okay, so now let's check the specs of the camera. It's really light. I'm used to have like really heavy cameras for analog, but this one is really light. So let's check all the specs. So as the manual was saying, we have a aperture just 10.6 to it says here 10.8 to 16. Let me check again. Yeah, 10.8 to 16. So in here you have 10.8. So let's check where we can put the 10.8. The focus starts from 0.6 to 1 meter, and then like in here, and then to 1 meter and infinite. So you have basically two focus. One is like between 0.6 and 1 meters, and the other one 1 meter and infinite. So you're just going to do this, and this is 1 meter and infinity, and this is 0.6 to 1 meter. So it's pretty basic, really easy. I think you don't need to think which one do you want to focus. And if you have an aperture of 10.8 or 16, then mostly everything will be on focus. So okay, so the other thing is like they have two types of speed. They just have 1 divided by 100, that is the n that we see in here, and also they have both, so you can keep the shooter as much as you want. I guess this is the shutter speed. Let's see. Yeah, this is the release of the shooter. And okay, let's check in here to wind the film. I guess the counter is this because it says a tiny e, and rewind. So let's open the camera. So I guess we open it in here and in here. Okay, this one is something to review. Like you have this kind of like separate piece of the camera that is completely plastic, and in here you will put the film. So it say this is a frame. Remove it if you want the sprocket holes in your image. Keep it for a clean cut or hole free. Okay, this is interesting. So they put a frame. So if you want the holes, then you can put if you want the image without the holes, then you can put the frame. If you want it with the holes, like the picture in here, like panoramic, then you can you can remove the frame. So let's check it. Pop. Okay, this is the frame that you put if you want to cover the holes. But if you wanted to have it like panoramic, then you can just keep it. So my general review of the camera is one of the things that I like the most is like really light. So actually I can carry it with me every time, and it will be really easy. Also, it's really straightforward. You just have two options of everything, two apertures, two speed, and two focus. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm looking forward to use it. But one of the things that I maybe would like to have is like more settings, but this is good and bad at the same time. So if you want something easy to use and then you are in a trip, this is a really good option. Also, I want to see the effect of the whole that you have, like the panoramic effect. I wanted to have it, and I want to do double exposure, as it's really easy to double expose your image. So I'm looking forward to see which kind of creative work can I use for this one. One of the things that I really like, as I say, is like really light. Like I can just put it in my purse and then do some photos with it. Also, that I really like is that I can do double exposure really easy. Normally for the other cameras that I have, that are SLR or analog cameras, they have a lock, and then you need to do some tricks to actually have double exposures. So I think the first thing that I will do is try the double exposure or triple exposure one with this one, which is really nice. Also, the other thing that I really like is like if you don't want to think that much or you don't want to calculate, because I have some other cameras that actually don't have a light meter, and it's really hard to put the light meter and then calculate everything, and with this one you just like take the picture and most of the times will be nice. One of the things that I want to talk about is that the camera settings have designed for using 400 ISO film speed. It doesn't mean that you cannot use another type of film. You can use also 100. I have like 100 in here, but the settings I meant to be used for a film that is 400 ISO, which is something that you need to consider when you buy this camera. Then you need to buy color films or black and white films with an ISO of 400. But I will test it with both of them. I will test it with 400 and also I will test it with ISO 100, because one of the things that I like the most is to have an ISO, yeah, like 100, 200 or maybe 400 could be okay, but the lowest the better for me, from my personal opinion about the films. One negative aspect that I can have for this camera is like, for example, when you want to scan your work, most of the scanners are going to remove the holes, like it's going to be like this type of frames, and could be removing your holes, which is like the interesting part of this camera. And the other negative thing that I can see from this camera is that don't have a lot of settings, which can be good and could be bad. If you are used to work with cameras that have a lot of settings and then you really want to control all the aspects, well, maybe this is a little bit complicated because you just have two options. But also, one of the things that you can do, and if you are used to have really complicated cameras and then you have this one, then you are kind of relaxed that because you are sure that you will have a good shot. So I'm looking forward to use this. I think it's a really good camera, good for my collection. Now with this one is my 12th analog camera that I have there. Have 12? Yeah, 12. So this is the number 12. And I'm looking forward to use it. I think I will do some photos this week and then I will share my experience with this camera and the results. And about the scanners, one of the things that you can use if you really want to have this camera is to build your own scanner, that I will do a separate video about how to build your own scanner without any budget, like with just a box and a flash, and yeah, I will let you know how to do it. And then you can have like the nice things and the photos of the holes and everything. I will use a Lomography film. I will use this one that is a black and white 100 ISO, and also I will buy another one that they have. I have here, but it's 120 and I need the 35mm one, so I will buy another one as well, the Lomography. One of the films that I really like is Lomography films. Now I will use the Lomography films with a Lomography camera. So this is my review, and I think also the price is fair. The price of this camera is 69 euros. And I think you can have a really good result. I still need to use it to have this double exposure that I have in mine already, and I will do a video so I can share this with you. But I think the price is fair and it's really straightforward to use it. And you can buy it in Lomography online stores, and also you can find it in Amazon, and sometimes you can find it in analog stores, like physical stores in your city. Like for example in Berlin, there is a store in here called Photo Impex that actually has these cameras for sale and another Lomography cameras. So well, that's it. This is my review of this camera, and I'm looking forward to use it and to show you the results. If you have any questions about the camera, don't hesitate and comment below and I will reply as soon as possible. And also, if you like this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share to your friends. If you have friends that like photography, or if you have friends that might be interested in seeing the review of this camera, just share the link, subscribe to my channel, and I will upload the following video about how to use this camera and the results that I will do with the double exposures or triple exposures, depends of the idea that I have, and also to how to build a home scanner and more tutorials about my other analog cameras, behind the scenes, and everything about photography. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Ciao!